Good evening, welcome to Weather Sports TV. Dick Herman here, Gino on camera, and the great Paula. Is it Mahoney or Maloney?
Maloney.
Maloney, all right.
We'll
tell that story at some point
Absolutely.
tonight, maybe. How you doing today, Paula?
I'm doing well. How are you? And you're looking dapper, by the way.
Looking dapper. Yeah, I have another engagement tonight. I got to run out here early. I'm sorry I have to leave you. You're going to have to finish it all alone, and I'll whisper my 3 stars in your ear before I go. So you
Absolutely, please do. Well, thank you for inviting me today to cover lacrosse. It's been a long time since I've covered a game of lacrosse, and I think this is the first girls' game I've ever covered, and they're playing Falmouth Academy today.
Falmouth Academy is a tough opponent. Keep an eye on this young lady down here, number 7. I think she has like over 400 goals, something like that. It's a ridiculous number. I mean, I don't have that many in my own backyard playing against my dog. You know, she's got 400 in high school, so she is a stud. And Nantucket's got their work cut out for them today. But before we go any further, we have to mention we're at Vito Capizzo Stadium, and a good friend of ours and a good friend of many people in this town, you know, passed away last week. And this is the first game that we're doing since Vito passed away, and I think we should dedicate this game as well as a lot of other things that we'll talk about to Vito.
Absolutely.
And we know Vito's in a better place looking down upon us, and so he'll be keeping an eye on you, Paul. You better say all the right things.
He's having a glass of red wine and smoking a cigar. He's doing okay, or a pipe.
The pipe. He likes the pipe, right? So a big game here for Nantucket, and we'll get into the starting lineups in a moment.
If you want, you can start doing the ends right away. You know, before we get going. By the way, did you see that we got a few more in the back here? I just picked up these. Hatches, Dan's Pharmacy, Murray's Toggery, Gray Lady Property Management, Jim, you know Jim, the plumber.
Okay.
Geronimo's and Dirty Paws Dog Wash, the corner table. I don't know what that is. Axe Photo Art.
Corner
That
tables
was Leo
downtown.
stuff. You gotta.
He didn't. Why did he put that?
No,
How can it be Leo? He didn't do it. He didn't have this. He didn't do a game.
This
I don't
was
know who wrote that on there.
Leo wrote that
When?
during basketball season. We've had this.
This is really. So that was at the bottom there. Oh, okay, that's fine.
He wasn't an ad. He just wrote it down for us to know.
Okay, so whenever you want to start, Dick, you can do half of them now and half of them.
Well, I'll go as far as we can into the game set.
Oh, all right.
All right, we're getting ready here for the start of the game. I'd like to mention all our fine sponsors who bring you portions of the spring season: Sun Island Fuel, Congdon and Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Auto Center, Harbor Fuel, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Kitty Murtaugh's, the Downey Flake, Joe Rapacki CPA, the Island, the Package Store, the Sea Grill, Boys and Girls Club, Steamship Authority, Beauty Bar, Jewelers Gallery, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, the Visitor Center, JB Drywall, Espresso to Go, Fast Forward, Nantucket Seafood, Rider Electric, Outdoor Power, Billy Built Automotive, Cottage and Castle, Nantucket Electrical Contractors, Killen Real Estate, Martin Bork Painting, Cowboys Meat Market, Santa's Rubbish Removal, Nantucket Health Department, Susie Bayoshi, Randy Alford Heating and Cooling, Island Fencing, Island Carpets, Valero and Sons, Faucet Man Plumbing and Heating, Nantucket Estate Jewelry and Fine Art, Ride the Wave, NRTA, The Boathouse, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Pumpkin Pond Farm, Something Natural, Highland Flooring, Champion Rentals, Island Variety, Sherburne Management, The Homestead, Nantucket Health Club, UPS Store, BPC Architect, Just Do It 2 Sport Fishing, Artistic Tile Install, Keeper's Restaurant, Glidden's Island Seafood, Nantucket Folk Art and Wood Carving, Watch the Ducks, Nantucket Architectural Group, Hatches Package Store, Dan's Pharmacy, Murray's Toggery, Gray Lady Property Management, Geronimo's and Dirty Paws Dog Wash, the Corner Table. So we thank all these fine sponsors for bringing you portions of the spring season. And Paula, I can honestly say it's starting to feel a little like spring.
Absolutely.
Yesterday at this time it didn't, but now today at this time it does. What's going on here? We got some sun.
I don't know. We need to call Jim Cantori and
I'll tell
thank
you what.
him.
I was in Maine last week and it was beautiful the whole week.
Oh, thanks.
Interesting.
I know. I
Thanks
hate to
for
rub it in.
Gino.
I couldn't
Thank
believe
you.
it, and now I come back and it's beautiful.
Well,
Keep it going.
today couldn't be a crisper, more blue sky kind of day with highs in the 60s for lacrosse game at Vito Capizzo Stadium. I'm looking forward to covering this with you, Dick. I do want to acknowledge as I'm looking As you were doing the promos, I'm noticing that one of the referees is having each girl, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that, bring up their stick to check the netting.
They do a stick check, yes, to tell them if it's legal or not. You know, and also they'll pick out at random. I think before the start of the fourth quarter and recheck one or two sticks from each team, and if they find at that point if they find a stick that's illegal, then they can get a penalty. Right now they would just get a warning. Like, in other words, if the pocket is too thick or too deep or not too deep, I don't know the exact terminology there, but if they find something wrong with the stick, they would say to the girl, you got to get a better stick than that, or a different stick.
Well, I did a little work on it to preview, to brush up on my lacrosse, and in 2018 they had some serious rule changes come down and points of emphasis to make the game safer. One of those is what you're talking about with the net and the measuring the stick. They're also really trying to control contact in the midfield. And you're gonna draw a card if it's deliberate illegal contact with cross checks and pushing, crosses in the fear, professionalism, illegal defensive positioning. So they're really emphasizing that 3-second rule to create safe shooting opportunities. And I'm more familiar with boys lacrosse, which dare I say, completely different.
Completely
right?
different game. There's very little contact in girls' game. That's why you see a girl like number 7 can control the game, where it can't happen in the boys' game that much. Once number 7 gets the ball in her stick, the netting of her stick, and starts upfield, nobody basically can touch it. She'll just keep moving. Or any girl can do that, I'm saying. But so one fast player, one good player in a girls' game can control the game, and I have a feeling that's what this number 7 is for Falmouth.
Well, I'm looking at this roster as we have this lineup. I mean, we've got some serious student athletes out here about to play, with Emma Chambers between the pipes for Nantucket. I think her dad, Sam Chambers, is an assistant coach, Dick, it looks like, perhaps?
Yes.
On the girls' team, as we have a face-off and ready to go. And taking that draw in the middle there is Emma Pierce. They're really even tightening up the draws and the feed. How they're positioning the stick, Dick, it has to be an up and out momentum. You can't be having it to the side. If not, they're going to be calling a whistle on that. So they're really trying to implement stronger rules and regs in this game to make it a safer
Nantucket's
sport.
got 2 girls on number 7, Paula.
Yeah, they sure do.
And she gets off a wild shot there. So Nantucket will take that, but they don't recover the missed shot.
Now, who are the forwards in this? I didn't get to see the lineup as they started on this quickly. As I'm learning these names.
Down here, 31.
Okay.
Number 9, I don't have her in my roster.
Number 9 is Catherine Coleman.
Catherine Coleman.
Yep, she's playing that midi position. Number 13, Alexa.
Look at her go.
Alexa Aloisi. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, no
Wow.
kidding. She had 3 girls on her at the end of that.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Dick. Falmouth Academy already is just coming out fast and furious, peppering on that goal.
Dick, I didn't hear what you said their record was.
Nantucket's 8-4. They're already in the playoffs. They have 4 more games to go. Falmouth Academy.
Bam,
Bam.
Falmouth Academy record, I think, is 14-2, if I'm not mistaken. Falmouth Academy beat us, though, the first time around on the road, 16-6. So Nantucket, losing by double digits the first time around.
I'm glad we're filming this, actually.
So they have to pick it up a notch today and see if they can make it a more interesting game. So far, they haven't done that, Paula.
Catherine Coleman had a look of dejection, if you can read body language on that, as she was trying to...
She thought she could get that, huh?
Yeah, I thought she could, produce a bit of a pick or a screen there, but that girl just drilled it in. And number 14, Emma Chambers, had no chance there. This, I think, and I'm hoping I'm wrong, but from what you were saying, Dick, this is going to perhaps be a lopsided game.
Yeah, Nantucket has some offense.
Nice cradle. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
And number 7 was the one that you said was cause for concern.
Yeah.
That was a nice cross right in front of the goal. 2-0, and you might be at the Saltmarsh Senior Center setting up tables, Dick.
You get extra points if you do that, right?
Get extra
they give you an extra roll.
So let's My mom would love that. So let's go back to this. You were talking about their win and loss. So 8-4, they've
Nantucket's
qualified.
8-4. They're into the tournament because you have to win half your games. Nantucket has girls lacrosse has a 16-game schedule. So even if they flat out lost the rest of their games, they would end up 8-8. But they are looking. They're in the hunt to get a home game. To get a home game, they probably have to win 3 out of their last 4 to end up with like an 11-5 record. So that's their the thing they're looking for. Now today's game is a tough one, as you can see. They do play St. John Paul again, who they beat easily earlier in the season, but they have to play Falmouth. No, let's see. They already played Falmouth again. They have to play Cape Cod again, who they won earlier this year. Yeah, so two of the three games they got left, they've won. This game here, they lost early in the year, so this is the tough one.
Wow. I have to say that number one, the midi for Falmouth Academy just motored up that midfield.
She's another good player.
Nobody even contested her moving down. She moved beautifully, effortlessly. Gosh, I can't talk today. To number 7, who came behind the net, crossed it over, and 3-0. And is there a slaughter rule by any chance when you have games of this nature?
They'll keep the clock running. They'll keep the clock running if it gets to be double digits. Right. We're in the first half. Portions of the first half brought us right Fairgrounds. Check out Fairgrounds where friends meet tonight at the Fairgrounds. Watch the TVs at 8:30. The Celtics will be playing at the Fairgrounds.
Have you been following the series, Dick?
I have, yeah. It's quite exciting. I was hoping that the Celtics. I didn't think the Celtics could beat Cleveland at Cleveland. I didn't want them to lose by 35-40.
Oh my God, Dick, don't even bring it up. That was just a horrible.
I'm just hoping that they can make it a little bit closer tonight.
Yep.
And but the problem is, if you keep winning at home, that's great because you can win the series. But if you go to Boston and it's 3-3 in Game 7, LeBron James can certainly take it over there and do it. But really nice tonight to get the win. Yeah. But after the other night, I don't know if that's possible.
And I'm a huge Brad Stevens fan, so I've watched him since he was in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I always wondered about it.
Yep, he came to my attention in March Madness, and that just seems seemingly
seem like he should be
unfair.
selling insurance in Nebraska or Iowa somewhere?
Yeah,
He just does not seem like a NBA coach.
He's just an aw shucks kind of guy.
He's such a great guy.
You want to go up and just shake his hand, and yeah, he's very likable and affable.
He really is. The team loves him. I mean, it's unbelievable what a coach that guy is.
So we have played 3.5 minutes, and the score is Falmouth Academy 4, Nantucket 0. Nantucket takes a timeout here. He did not. He did not like the way his team started this game. So Raphael takes a timeout and says, "Come on, girls, let's step it up a notch here. You're playing against a good club, but let's play to our potential. Don't play down and let them walk all over us."
Can they switch goalies midstream?
They can switch. Yeah, they can switch any time. I mean, right now, Paula, from what I've seen in 3.5 minutes, it's not any one position. It's a total team did not come out very high here, and Falmouth Academy come out on a sky high. And we talked about number 7, and I only knew that she was good because I was talking to Raphael for a few minutes, and he said, yeah, she's a top scorer. But their whole team approach down there, they're getting her the ball.
Very fluid.
You mentioned number 1, she's moving around. So Falmouth come out to play today, and they are certainly going to get a home game in the tournament. And so this...
Now, is this a non-league game?
This is a league game.
This is a league game. Interesting.
League game. They're going to be the league champs. So
rightfully so. I mean, they're playing great ball out there. No question about it. But it's disappointing to have such a negative within the first 4 minutes. Hopefully, Nantucket can turn it around. The question is, what exactly do they do to get that momentum? They seem flat-footed right now, almost disinterested, and I don't know if I should say that, but they seem disheartened so quickly, rightfully so, but they've got to turn this around and try to dig deep and get their game going.
From what I've seen, the girls playing this year is that they're very good on offense, but they haven't had the ball yet. You know,
Right.
so if they can win or get the ball off this face-off and get on offense, that would be a boost right there. So they can go on the attack mode. They can score if they get on the attack mode, but right now they haven't done that yet.
Well, lacrosse is known as the creator's game, as they say, so hopefully they're going to be able to create
This is
something.
the problem right here.
But this girl, number
Losing
one,
the face-off.
Losing
Who's
the
doing-
face-off.
They haven't had possession yet.
right, and she does beautiful legal propelling with her. Look at her movements, her cradling, the way she just is intimidating. And the funny thing is, she's rather small in stature, but boy, does she
She's quick,
possess
yeah.
some
She's
great
quick and
skills.
she has great stick skills, yeah.
Well, conversely, on the men's side, how's the high school boys lacrosse doing?
Our boys are doing well. I think they just lost their second game over the weekend, and it's they're 14 or 15-2. They
Wow.
will get a home game in the tournament.
And they're coached by Sam Aloisi.
Sam Aloisi, I think.
What a job he's done.
I think
That's
he's
incredible.
into his fourth year, maybe.
Unbelievable job he's done with that program. I think originally started by Rick Blair back in the day.
Number one buries
That's
it.
painful. That's painful.
That goal was brought to us by Don Allen Auto Service. New and used vehicles, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Ram. See us for the 2018 models. Don Allen Auto Service.
You know what's almost tragic here is that not only is the team scoring, which is one thing, but the fact that they haven't crossed the midi line down to to our side.
Well, that's it.
You know, it's just like, wow.
Just get a break on the face-off here. You know,
Exactly.
Falmouth is so well coached here that they know exactly where the ball is going on the
Right.
face-off. Watch those two girls step right up for it here.
She's a solid all-around athlete, but yet she's just got her work cut
Here's a
out for her.
chance, a ground ball. Let's see if Nantucket can get it.
Wait, we are asleep! Why? Let's go!
Here in
Yeah,
Raphael,
exactly.
let's go.
Coach, yeah. Coach upset on that. I don't know if he's upset with the call or with his girls, but that was a ground ball that could have got Nantucket on the offense ball. I think if they can get on the offense and move the ball and break the shutout, they'll have a little confidence. Right now, they're really down in the dumps.
They've got to have a break in either ground
Look at
ball.
that. What a pass. That was a great pass, too. She
great-
missed it.
She missed it, thankfully so. Ground ball, or they need to go to the air. We need a Doug
All right,
Flutie of lacrosse. We just got to.
We get the ball in the turn over here, so let's see if we can move it up the field now.
Nice job, Catherine Pittman getting it out to Catherine Coleman. Nice movement by Coleman.
Oh, my gosh. That was
Nice.
almost taken. Good.
Nina Wilson, solid athlete, playing well in lacrosse. Get
There
this.
you go.
Yes!
See, that's what Nantucket can do. But they have to get the ball because they can make this a game, but they have to win a few face-offs and they have to get a few ground balls. It's not about the scoring. They can score. They can score. Let's see if they can get a face-off here now and get the ball right back because they can put the ball in the net. And that was a real nice
Run of things. That was
So
brilliant.
it makes it, what's the score?
5-1.
Nina Wilson,
They
well
haven't
done.
won. They haven't won a face-off yet. So here's another face-off. Let's see if they can get something out of this.
Here we go. Nice
And
job
they
by Emma
might.
Pierce.
Here they get.
Oh,
It's white.
That should be white ball.
nice job.
Gotta go right for the net. Go right around her. She's doing it.
Pierce is going in.
Oh! Great save by the goalie. They got what they wanted on that one, Paula, but the goalie made a great save.
I think that's going to be a call
Yeah,
against.
so you can't. There's no possible way you can get the ball away from an offensive player when you're on defense.
Right.
In girls.
Number
They can
12
just run. They can just run
motoring.
the field. No, you can't. There's nothing you can do to get the ball away from them. Really, it's just.
I don't like these rules of the girls.
No.
And they've really tightened them up this past year, as I was
They got to
saying.
make them more like the boys.
You know, I think they're stepping away from the bit of physicality. Is it due, in fact, Dick to CTE and all this.
Oh yeah.
You hear
oh, yeah.
about concussions and liability.
yeah.
They're playing it safe,
The
perhaps.
parents now, they're worried about the kids playing a contact sport. They're
can't
worried
hit the
about
helmet,
playing.
though. You
They're
can't-
worried about playing a football. Worried about playing a lacrosse. Worried about playing ice hockey.
Everything's
All those contact,
worries.
all those contact sports. The parents, and if you don't get the 7, 8, 9, 10 years old starting to play them, then down the road there won't be any kids. There won't be enough kids for the teams.
Well, my nephew, who's 7, is playing lacrosse, and they really pat him on even at that age. I remember when sports was little to no protection whatsoever, and we somehow all survived.
The leather helmets and the no face mask and the no mouthpieces.
Hockey, no masks, right.
Right.
Baseball, no helmets.
All right. Nice save there.
So Bill Lee has a few issues. I mean, what can you say? Maybe he just got hit a few too many times.
He was a spaceman when he came
yeah,
up.
he was a spaceman when he arrived from Montreal. I
Right,
mean,
he was a spaceman when he came up. He did.
he was
nothing to
hanging.
do
Did he run for governor in Vermont?
He
Something
did.
like that,
He
yeah.
did. He lost abysmally. I think he got 100
Yeah, but
votes.
good for him.
Oh, I think it's awesome. Yes,
I
Pierre
wanted to
Trudeau.
go up there and take him for a drive-by shoot. He'd be an awesome interview.
Oh, I'd love that.
And he would do it,
Nice
too.
job.
He's that kind of guy.
He was here years ago when they had a celebrity benefit
I
up here.
got
Do you
a
remember
picture
that?
taken with him. I interviewed
Yeah, I
Bill.
met him at
nice.
Oil Can
Well, I
Boyd.
interviewed Oil
You
Can
interviewed
Boyd.
him?
Yeah.
When you were working with Bob?
Yeah.
Oil Can Boyd had about 4 teeth in his mouth, as I recall. His wife was an attorney, which I found really interesting. They couldn't have been more likable, and they were hanging out with folk. The football player, what's his name? Played for the Patriots. Oh, help me here.
I forget which one was
Quarterback?
Faulk. He played at LSU.
Oh, Falk?
Faulk, yes, however you say that. Sugar. You know what, I think right now we're not going to focus on how many goals they're scoring. We're going to focus on the fact that Nantucket's going to up their A game, put on their stronger performance, and hopefully score some goals and keep breaking this midfield line. It's that kind of a game.
First half portions brought to us by Santa's Rubbish Removal, commercial residential service, roll-off containers, dumpsters. Go Wheelers, Santa's Rubbish Removal. We clean up the island.
You know, it's almost unfortunate in this game we can't see a little bit more cross-checking and physical movements, but again, they've taken that away from girls lacrosse, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Right.
The folks down in Maryland are having their way. And lacrosse is one of those sports, Dick, that hasn't really, I mean, it's caught up to New England in the north, but it's almost new, if you will, in the last 20 years, let's say. How long have they had the program on the island?
It's getting
20
close.
years.
It's
Or
getting
20
close
years,
to 20 years. Yeah, Rick started it as a club thing in the 90s, and probably became an official sport, 97, 98. So it's a good, just the 20-year mark.
But
We were here for like one of the first games, I think, Dick.
Yeah.
You go to like the middle part of the United States, down the East Coast, you go to Maryland, the Carolinas, Georgia. Lacrosse is huge. It, slowly but surely worked its way up to up north.
Well, the college Final Fours are this weekend, and they always do them at Patriot Stadium there. And
It's at Gillette, the semis.
Yeah, semis, and Maryland's in there, but
Terrapins.
I forget who they're playing now. And the other pairing surprises me. The other pairing has Yale against Albany.
Really?
So now,
Interesting.
That's very interesting that
Look at that pass.
Yale and Albany can
Wow.
get up to the level of Maryland.
Well, the quarterfinals were played in Long Island this weekend. A client of mine actually was telling me he was there, and they're en route this weekend to the semifinals, which are Saturday at Gillette Stadium, correct?
Right. So Saturday will be the semis, and then the two winners on Saturday will meet on Memorial Day Monday for the championship.
Interesting. Yeah, Maryland's always right in that top 4. It's a great D1 school all the way around.
But you usually have like a Midwestern school in there, like a Colorado or something like that. So I'm really surprised that a school like, Yale surprised me, but Albany really surprised me. You don't even think of Albany as being a Division I school. You think of Albany as being a Division II or III school.
When you say Albany, State University, SUNY of Albany?
Yeah.
And
that's it.
that's D1? I thought it was D3.
I did too. All right.
Nice hustle by Alexa Aloisi, number 12.
Here we go. This is nice.
Nice. Cross it in, cross it in. Nice job setting it up to Catherine Coleman.
But they're not.
Yeah, they're
Be
not.
patient.
Oh,
bad
absolutely
pass,
patient.
yeah.
They're just not. They are screening them well. They're not letting them get any openings in that.
Now,
Wasn't a good choice in the past.
I got a question about this school. What do you know about it?
Falmouth Academy?
Yeah.
That's a good private high school.
It's a private school.
Private school.
Do we lost to Falmouth for football, right? Wasn't that the team that that beat us? Didn't they go to the Super Bowl?
No, Mashpee.
Oh, Mashpee, right.
Mashpee.
I think we played in Falmouth. That's what it was.
Well, Mashpee is right on the Falmouth line. Up until about 12, well, maybe 15 years ago, all the kids in Mashpee went to Falmouth High School.
Really?
But this
I didn't
is
know
not
that.
Falmouth High School. This is Falmouth Academy.
Do we play these guys in
Did not
anything
know
else?
that.
Do the boys play them in lacrosse?
Boys play them in lacrosse. We'll play them in basketball.
Do we beat them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one sport that they really excel at, the
Right.
girls lacrosse.
Oh, I'm hoping this girl does
She
not.
got it in?
Yeah.
She did it again.
I was watching her just go behind the net, just beautifully land that in there. I don't even know what the score is, Dick, and I guess at this point does it really
It's
matter?
7-1. Is it 6-1?
I might even be 8-1, you know. I've never seen a game open up this fast and furious with scores, whether it be soccer that we've covered, lacrosse.
Now,
This is
our boys have done to their boys
the same thing.
whooping them. We beat Falmouth Academy at home 16-6. I'm seeing if we played them yet on the road.
Nice drop back. I think that was to May Blackwell.
Lost it.
Oh, Anna Tanavish, excuse me, number 28, but great recovery on her part. The thing is, they're just being so closely guarded with the ball.
Portion of this game brought to you by Nantucket Island Pharmacies. We're you covered in town and out of town. In town, 45 Main Street. Out of town, 122 Pleasant Street. Prescriptions, transfers from other pharmacies, health, beauty aids, Nantucket Island Pharmacies. This is a nice pass.
And it's
Get the
Tanavish
shot
getting
off.
it up to Eloise. They are all over her.
That'll be an opening. I think she hit her in the head. So Nantucket's going to get a nice shot here,
Free
Paul.
shot.
Let's see if they take advantage of it.
Oh, let's go, let's go.
One step and fire.
Nice hustle. Oh. She's got game, Alexa Aloisi. She's going to find the net today, I
Yeah,
predict.
she tried
If
to
not
bounce
once,
that one in,
at
and
least twice.
she brought it up a little bit too shy.
She's got good hustle. Same with this girl,
Oh, big save.
number 8, Catherine Coleman. I think I'm confusing Catherine Coleman and Catherine Pittman. That's Catherine Coleman. Catherine Pittman is number 6.
Okay, another penalty against, not a penalty, but another stoppage in play there. This will give Nantucket another open shot.
Oh,
Big
Oh,
save.
the goalie's tough.
that goalie is
is.
tough.
Yeah. Right now, Nantucket should have a couple more goals, Paula, but they've been stymied by the
Oh, they're being shut down at the net.
Falmouth goalkeeper.
But you know what? You got to hope perhaps they just keep peppering and maybe somehow wearing this goalie down, catching her off guard. But this is looking to be a tall order at this stage in the game. I'm not even certain how much time is left on the clock. 10:43 in the first half.
Portion of the first half brought to us by Nantucket Carving and Folk Art, 167 Orange Street. Watch out for the ducks. The duck
The
crossing on
Ducks,
Orange
I
Street.
know.
Do you have a quarter board on your house, Dick?
I do.
What does it say?
Flossed at sea.
Flossed?
Flossed at sea.
Oh, because your wife works
My-
for
And
tennis,
Nantucket
yeah.
Carving and Folk Art, they do it.
They
the
pick,
best.
no, they
Did they do it? Or
no. I had it. Paul Johnson did mine years ago. They just did a paint job on mine. I had it repainted this
Okay.
past winter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Number
probably
13.
25 years old. Paul did a great job. But they did a great job painting it, too.
You've got Coleman open, number 13, moving around, trying to make something happen. Emma Pierce.
Guys, that's not it.
Nice hustle. I think that's Paige Albertson, number 18.
Look at the D.
Oh, another big save.
Nice hustle by Paige. I like what I see out there. And I love seeing her on the field in motion. Normally we're used to covering her at soccer, Dick, where she's in the net, but she's just an all-around
Right.
solid athlete. Falmouth Academy's ball.
Haberfield Oil Corporation, we get the seasons covered. Oil burner service too. We install, service, and maintain all brands of burners. Haberfield Oil Corporation.
Number 7 is back out there, number 1 for Falmouth Academy.
Double team and 7.
Yeah, I would hope that they would retire her soon. Catherine Pittman's got a tall order covering her. They just can't get a break.
Well, Falmouth Academy's in no big hurry now. Sold away. They try to get
Nice
the
hustle.
pass to 1, but
Nice. Catherine Coleman, nice game. Number 8 trying to get up there, scoop up that ball. Lucy Brissett. On her way to Stanford, correct? When she
Lucy,
graduates?
yes.
Isn't that great?
Great school.
So wonderful.
Congratulations to Lucy.
Oh, nice circling, getting that in there.
Just try to drop it over the top there and it didn't go through. Keeper's Restaurant, 5 Amelia Drive. Call now for reservations, 228-0009. Small plates, good food at Keeper's.
I think Anna Tanavish, is she going to get the shot here?
You got it, Maddie.
Let's go, Anna. Unobstructed, get it in there. Repeating the shot.
Oh, good. One was getting in there too quickly. Well, Nantucket's had their chances, Paula, but they only got the 1 goal to show for it. You know, it's 7-1, but it could very easily be like 7-3, 7-4 if Nantucket could have buried some of these chances they've had here in the last 4 minutes.
They've been having stronger connections in the last, say, 10 minutes, but those first 10 minutes, they just didn't have their synergy together, and I think, you know, mentally there's a huge letdown from that, particularly when 3 goals are scored in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah,
that's really tough.
That was not the opening they wanted.
No. And I'm sure they recognize this is an unbelievable team and they were going to have their hands full, but they're probably hoping for a little bit more.
Well, yeah, they played them before, so they know what they were in for.
Oh, what was the score when they played them last time? Do you know?
16-6.
Hey, so a little bit more headway. I wonder if they...
one moves the ball as well as anybody I've seen this year. We talked about 7. She seems to be the goal scorer, but 1 seems to be able to move the ball at free will there.
She's brilliant.
She's so small and quick, it's unbelievable.
She is just life. She's incredible to watch her. And number 7, I know they just closed out the U19 tryouts for the 2019 USA lacrosse team. Curious if any of these girls have tried out for that. Do you happen to know, Dick?
I don't know that, no.
Well, you watch somebody like 1 or 7 who has such strong presence on the field, you got to wonder. And
Well, there's
Scholarships involved.
There's certainly
Yeah.
so much talent out there, but then there's
Yeah.
a time commitment too, you know.
huge time commit. But, you know, look at the programs that, you know,
Look at that.
beautiful. You know, Jamie Lauer's done an outstanding job with youth lacrosse out here. They have the travel team. You've got the Fog Lax camps. I mean, it is just expanded. Nice. Oh, I like how focused she is, number 9. I think I already know who's getting one of my Tommy points here. Catherine Coleman, way to present. Paige Albertson. High sticking.
Yes. Island Lumber, we cover the islands. Lumber, millwork, masonry, insulation. Island Lumber. Go Whalers. And Whalers need a goal right here. They need to break this streak. They had a lot of...
Yes! That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice job.
No fooling around there by Paige.
That was nice.
She just gave it some high heat. And
She's all business. I love it. That was a brilliant drive, brilliant shot into the goal. Exactly where she wanted it to be. Well done. So now Nantucket is at 2, and the team whose name we're forgetting at the moment is
7.
7. Okay, so there's still viability here.
So what do we got for a score?
7-2. Portions of this game brought to us by the Seagrill, 45 Sparks Ave. Nightly specials going on at the Seagrill. Check them out on the net, www.theseagrill.com. They got the,
Nice job,
the Robin
Chris.
Hardy golf tournament coming up, I think, next month, too.
Oh, that sounds great. Nina Wilson, I like what I see with her.
Well, the Sam Sylvia's coming up.
Sam
that's not the one you're
Sylvia,
talking
too.
about. Oh, there's one for Robin, too?
I think so.
Nice control by Nina Wilson over to number 6, Catherine Pittman. Great hustle, good finesse there by number 13, Emma Pierce.
See,
Back to
Nantucket's a
Wilson.
much better team if they can stay on offense. I mean, you can say that about anybody, I guess, but, we talked about the start of the game, and here's another one. Oh! Again, it
nuts.
should be like 7-4, 7-5.
Yeah.
That one she missed the net.
Sydney Strait. I think they've got to maybe just tone it down a notch. They're probably a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious.
Sky high, yeah, they're sky high, and that becomes a problem.
They score one more goal, I think there could be light at the end of the tunnel here. I really do, because I think the second half they can regroup. I'm curious, when they played Falmouth Academy the first time, Dick, did they have the same people in the positions? Do you happen to know? Same
I don't know.
goalie?
That was on the road, and that was back in April, right? So.
Does Paige Albertson work as a goalie at all for the team?
They got to play good D here, though.
Yeah.
That's what they've done differently. They're holding them off now, so, and getting the ball back. But, see?
They're starting to wear them down nice.
Oh, yes.
That's Nantucket's. That's Nantucket's ball. Portion of this game brought to us by Congdon & Coleman Insurance, specializing in personal commercial lines of insurance, auto, home, marine business. Established in 1931 at 57 Main Street. They got to get a goal out of this. They got
Nice hustle by Chloe Condon, number 19. That was a great get. That's what they need. They need somebody like Chloe Condon, Catherine Pittman. They're moving this ball forward. Paige Albertson, Nina Wilson.
Yeah, she tried that. She just held it.
Nonchalant pass. Yeah,
Yep.
you can't sneak a nonchalant pass against a good team.
No, you got to be on your A game right now. Number 7, moving around. The outside of the circle, looking
Falmouth
for an
would just
opening.
be happy to take some time off the clock here, because Nantucket is pressing them on the offensive end.
What is the oldest sport in the United States? Or I probably should say in the world. What is the oldest sport?
It's pine tree climbing.
No, I think it's...
Another guess.
The acorn throw. You get an acorn, see if you can throw it across the lake.
Nope, and it's not kick the can. Keep guessing. It is
What is it, Paula? Tell us.
lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
But it is one of the youngest team sports. But it's the oldest individual sport.
wow, what a great
Nice
play that
job.
was by
Chloe Condon.
18.
Now,
Breaking that up.
Lacrosse is a national sport, Paula, of a country. Which country do you think lacrosse is the national sport of?
Oh, I should know this. Well, it was originated by the Native Americans, started playing lacrosse. I'm going to say France, because it was synonymous with field hockey.
Canada.
Le jeu de lacrosse.
Canada, yeah, Canada.
So it's close enough. Canucks.
And when I was growing up, lacrosse was not being played that much. And, and in those days, all the hockey players were Canadian. The Americans hadn't even started coming in, let alone the Europeans. So I would win a lot of bets with people by saying,
Look
what
at that
is
pass.
There it is. Oh, they can't get one in. They got another chance.
Albertson over to
I would win a lot of
Wilson.
bets with people by saying, what is the national sport of Canada? Because they would all think it would be hockey.
hockey.
But they would all think it would be hockey. And it was Lacrosse, yes.
Catherine
There's another
Collins-
base pass
Oh,
and
Peyton Yes!
Big goal there.
Got my wish. And somebody is down for
think she
Falmouth
got hit in the
Academy.
face.
I think she got hit with the stick after the shot.
think she
Oh
did,
no, he's
too.
going to call that a penalty. He might call the goal off.
No, why? There wasn't a penalty there.
It wasn't intentional. Or,
No way. Oh, and it's our star.
number one.
I don't think they called a penalty on that.
He took the yellow flag out
He-
though.
he had the yellow flag out.
45, no shots, no shots, right, let's go!
He's
All
got
right.
it in his hand.
So I got my wish, 7-3. The reason I said
this
France,
feels like playing tough.
45 seconds to go here in the half. You got to keep them off the board. Too bad we can't get
if we
one
could
more
score
too.
one more would be great.
This last
And it
40
can happen in this game. This game is...
This last 45 seconds is brought to us by Don Allen Auto Service. Servicing all makes and models, customer shuttle service, quick lane, no appointments, state inspections at Don Allen Auto Center.
Well, there's a lot of similarities, Dick, between field hockey and lacrosse, so that's why I said
Look at her
France.
go.
France
Yeah.
was a good guess because
Yeah.
you got the Canadian feeding off
Right.
the French. You know,
Nice and tight, don't let them have it.
But I'm trying to, but the Native Americans also have had a huge influence in lacrosse.
Yeah,
Yes.
there it
Oh,
is, there it
boy.
is. Now you mentioned the Native Americans got this game. Can you envision the Indians running around chucking a piece of corn back and forth, and
Well,
whoever got it over the blueberry bush is a goal? Is that how
I
it
can see
started?
that. I definitely could see
You can
it.
see that.
Apparently, it was the Native Americans when they first started playing lacrosse would play for several days. No, truly, they would play. You can read about it, and
Really?
yeah,
There must have been a lot of blueberry wine being flowed if they were playing for days on the time.
and it was a huge badge of honor.
Oh, here we
who
go.
Played better. Exactly.
See if Nantucket
See,
can
I told
answer.
you, you could do it. This thing can...
Almost.
Big shot, big.
Well, how many seconds, Dick?
9 seconds.
9.4. So Nantucket's got to get a throw and catch here.
If anybody can do this, it's Paige Albertson to set this up for the Whalers.
She can actually come out and she got enough time to come out. No, that does it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice hustle by Alexa Awis, who's staying one-on-one. Oh,
so we have played one half here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Falmouth Academy leading your Nantucket Whalers 8-3.